You got the whole thing right here? All right, we're just kind of wrapping up the exterior brick. This brick is gonna be painted. That's what they're doing now. This middle gable that we have right here is gonna be stone. So we kind of come around. We got a couple of blocks of bricks. Got a couple of cubes of bricks to the left. We got one or two down here. So those are the things I'm looking at. I think we're gonna have enough to actually finish this job without them having to use these right here, because they can use some of the bricks that's on the ground. Still want to come through here and kind of look at it. I want to come up here and look at the dumpster. See how we got the dumpster in here. Let me see. We got a little bit more room in the dumpster. So I'm gonna let it sit here for a couple more days. Maybe we can go ahead and fill it on up before the neighbors in this neighborhood help us fill it up. So I got a couple more items I need to throw in the dumpster. A lot of the brick debris that we're not using is gonna go in the dumpster. All right. See right here, as you see right here, we have the flashing. Flashing actually sit out past this right here, and it's pulled tight so that you don't create any rivers between the walls. If you push it back in there where you don't see this right here, pull it out, you can actually create a stream or river that goes through the wall and just leaks and keep that interior, that gap between the brick and the sheather material. It keeps it moist, and that's what you don't want. You want water to come on out, drain on out of these wheat ropes as soon as possible. Okay, we'll come on in and we're gonna walk through it. We got a little music playing in here, so I think we got enough sand to get the sand. I think I got a little mortar over there left over, so it may be enough to squeeze this thing on out. The brick guy, my brick guy, he, I guess, calculated this thing all the way down to like a couple of bricks, which is a good thing. I don't look like we can go in this way, so let's kind of go around this way. I'm still looking at this right here. As you see where the line is right here, let me see if this thing can turn on. Oh yeah, I want to do that, man, because I'm having to pay water bill over here now. But you see right here, well, we got this right here, the flashing going all the way through. This is going to be probably the height of the grade. So this right, a little bit of this right here had to come down just a little bit so I can get a slope back this way and run the water around the house. Okay. We're gonna come on around here. So we got several bricks. These are bricks that can be used instead of them busting up a whole nother cube, and then I had to pay for it. Each one of those cubes cost me about $200 a piece. Come through here. Now a lot of this right here gonna come down. Just get this area right here. A lot of this right here, see, this is a lot of field right here. You can see this is higher than some of the roots, so we gotta get this stuff uncovered before we kill some of these trees. So like I said, a lot of this right here is gonna come down, and this is where I gotta put my septic tank. So I gotta get the field off to get down to the regular natural soil so that they can put the field lines, because you're supposed to put the field lines for the septic tank inside of the regular grade, the natural grade of the house. And so we put a lot of dirt here, so most of this dirt right here and all over here, that's gonna go in the front. So we get the excavator come in and do our final grade. He'll put that dirt in the front. Okay. Go around. Now, I don't know why these guys picked this pipe. This is the foundation drain tile. For some reason, my brick guy took it out, so they need to find it where it connects to right here and put it back. It's probably right along in here somewhere. Okay, but that has to go back. Up here, it looks like we got a light fixture, a fan that needs to be attached up here. So I have my electrician to come back out, and they'll come back out. They'll make that attachment, as well as what has to happen is I need to go ahead and get my electrician to go ahead and put the service box out here for the electrical, So that way, see, the power company is not gonna come do their underground power until they see a box on the wall. When they see a box on the wall and they see the little tubes that they have, that's when they'll come out here and actually run the underground. But until then, they won't do it. But I know we got to paint this house, but if I can get my electrician to come out and take care of that and that at the same time, and then, you know, that will make it where I can go ahead and put my power line for them to run the underground in queue. Because, you know, normally it takes the power company, you know, and see, here's the thing, we at the mercy of the power company. They can do what they want to. They can tell they'll be out here in another year to put it in, and we just got to deal with it. They just got that much power. That's why eventually, if I can get these houses more energy efficient, you just break away from the power company, have your own power. You know, that's the game. That's the end goal. All right, come on. And then also, once we get that out, we can get that out here too, and I can have my guys to come, my framers to come back. They did the siding. I can have them to come back and put the roof on the ceiling on the porch in the back. I'm just thinking right over here, man. I need to put like a little place, make the deck kind of come out a little bit further, so you can put a grill right here or something like that, and then put your shelves and come out here. So I'm trying to think down the road. Come on. We're gonna come through. We're gonna kind of look at everything. Get a lot of bricks. Those guys get all this stuff cleaned up, and all this stuff will go in the dumpster. We got the roll-lock right here. We got that. That's good. And see, this is what I was talking about. You see how this right here? Kind of zoom in on this right here. You see how this flashing right here comes all the way down and goes all the way? It'll just kind of come all the way out, and right up under it sticks out. It doesn't create, you know, normally that flash in a cup. Those guys will have the flashing in the wall looking like this right here all the way down, because they done pull the edge of it so that you can't see it, right? But in the meantime, you got water that's running between the walls and the sheathing, between the brick and the sheathing, just running through, and it goes all the way down. And that's not what you want. You want the water to keep going straight down. Because see, what'll happen is that water run down and it get in the edges, and then you start having wet, you know, water start trying to come through the sides of the house. All right, so we're gonna take a look at all this right here. I'm looking at these right here, make sure these guys ain't ran nails and hit my Freon lines. That looks good. Now, that was a cold issue right here, so I can't. This whole basement right here is going to have to be insulated with the spray foam. Also, it's going to have to be sheetrock, especially in this area right here. We're going to have to use 5/8 sheetrock for a fire rating. You have to have about 30-minute fire rating from the garage to the living space. And so, but this right here, I can't put this on until I get this right here squared away. But I got to go back and look at the code and look at. It's not actually code. It's going to be the Joyce company. The inspector said that this is not the right size hangers. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back and look at that just to make sure I'm on the same page. Now he may, I didn't actually focus on that, so he may be correct. But usually when them guys hit me on something, they really know what they're talking about, because they know I challenge them if they're not right. But he said also this right here is not correct. The correct grade of blocking right here between these joists. Now, here's the thing. You got to look at the intent of the code, all right? And I had to get with the floor and joist company to find out what the intent of what was going on here. But I guarantee you the intent was that you don't want fire to start here and flow to this side freely, to the other side freely. So it kind of acts as a fire block. But here's the catch. The catch is, if all of this right here is going to have a fire rating, this right here may not even be needed altogether. So that may be something that we can get together. And see, here's the thing, guys. Anytime we have a problem with the code, we try to get away from, you know, and there's a discrepancy. You always try to look back at the intent of what the code is trying to do. And here, I think the code is trying to keep a fire spread from happening on the other side in the event that all of this right here was left open and there was no sheetrock or a fire rating between this part, this wall right here, and the next walls over here. So I think that's what it was. All right, so let's come on through here. I'm kind of keeping my eye on stuff like this. So I got a lot of little stuff in here that we may need extra stuff, like extra silk fence and stuff like that, because, you know, those things can stop the inspection. You know, inspector come out here and silk fence. I mean, they're not doing that. These guys, I had to agree on. These guys are some real good inspectors, man. I tell you, they're probably some of the best I've seen. Shelby County. These guys are very professional. You know, they do everything the way, I think, you know, according to code. These guys actually look at the code if there's something that we put our heads together. So I have to give those guys credit. They've been very pleasant to deal with, as well as municipalities like, you know, I say Hoover is another good one. Those guys really work to try to make sure they operate according to the books. And that's what they do. Now, if you come look in here, all of this right here, we're gonna have to fur down this whole area right here, because all of this got to be sheetrock. Here's another thing, guys. Just point up here. When you insulate using any kind of insulation on the floor, here's where we get wrong, guys. Here's where we mess up at. In order for that insulation to be effective, that insulation has to be in direct contact with that subfloor. If it's not actually touching that subfloor and permanently attached to that subfloor, you're not getting the R rating that you can get. Now, most of the time when you see people come in here and they use these, they use bat insulation, faceless bats or face bats, whatever they do, but they put them up there, and what holds them up there is friction, keep them from dropping down. But over time, gravity is going to pull them down a little bit, and actually those bats are not going to be in direct contact with that subfloor, so it's not doing you any good. Well, it's doing you some good, but you're not getting the maximum R value that you need to get. Now, the best way to insulate this floor system is what we're going to do here. I would do open cell foam, and that foam is going to stick to this bottom part of this floor forever. All right, and that's what you want. And you're going to get the full. We're going to encapsulate this whole house, and it's going to be very energy efficient, and you're increasing the R value as well in that floor system. All right, let's go. We're going to get a little music here too, guys. So now we're in the sheetrock phase. We're getting the walls up. We'll probably have all this sanded down and done in about 4 or 5 more days. It's gonna look a mess in here. You know, I cringe sometimes when I walk in places where they kind of look like it got messed up. But here's another thing, guys. The best way to learn in construction, the best way to learn is to clean up the site. So that's why Mac is gonna come out here and he's gonna start cleaning up these sites, and he's gonna start seeing a lot of things that's wrong. And then that's how he's gonna learn how to actually build, by seeing the things that are wrong. We're gonna come in here. I'm paying attention to those marks I put on the floor too, and make sure we got things that's matching up with them on the wall. You know, I got this one. See, this is where this stuff plays into play. So this right here room looks good. I don't see any issues here. We'll come in here. Everything looks good here. This is the foam insulation that we were talking about. So this is open cell foam. Here's the thing now, we're gonna put some niches. I don't know if you guys have like your soap niches and stuff that you put on the wall. I don't wanna do anything to disturb, right here. I don't wanna do anything, so if you put a niche in there, you gotta push this insulation back or cut it out. I don't wanna do anything to disturb the envelope of this house. So we'll put the niche on this wall right here, and it's not an exterior wall. So that's what we're gonna do throughout this house. Try to keep that continuous. Put something, a board go through here, and this part will be something different from the top part. So what we're trying to do is change things around in each room. You don't want to walk through a room and all the ceilings look the same, is what I'm thinking. So in here I have my coffee ceiling. In here, I'll probably have 2 or 3 piece molding up here at the top. And then maybe in this room right here, we just have some cold molding. Come over here. In the bedroom, I may have 2 pieces of crown with boxes in each corner of molding to give it a little bit of a different look. Here's where we have a problem. Oh no, we don't have a problem. I thought we would have I thought there was a light, so I can go up to the top. I thought there was a light that should be straight up here, similar to what's in here. So we got one. Oh, I guess not. I guess that's the way we got that light. This light is right here, but I don't know why I spray painted this at the bottom. So I gotta go check, see what's going on here. So I got that one. So that works out. Okay. All right, so now I've already put my, I'm ordering the tile, and I got my sheetrock, not my sheetrock guy, but I got my tile guy on standby, so he's gonna get ready to get started. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a seat right here. Sit down shower. I mean, I don't think you need to sit. I think that's just kind of being lazy, but it's a good selling feature. People look at it like, wow, that's neat. We're gonna put some niches. We'll put the niches instead of putting them on this wall. Like I said, you don't want to disturb the envelope, so we'll put the niches right here. So we'll do a heels her niche, maybe one up here and one down here, and make it pretty big so you can everybody have enough space to put their stuff. So I gotta figure out whether or not we're gonna tile this wall right here. To kind of go with everything, because the tub is going right there in the middle. Everything looks good, let's go upstairs. Now, typically what you want to do, I'll tell you something else you want to do. Typically, in order to seal this house really good, you want to come here and insulate, not insulate, but caulk all this right here, little area right here. All this right here needs to be caulked. All that, right in this right here area, right here. All that needs to be caulked. The reason being is because you don't want air to get in the wall. You don't want to heat and cool the air in the wall. All right. Come on, and even up in the ceiling, same thing should be. So typically I come in one day and I just give me a caulk gun and I just go ahead. I probably run through about 20 tubes of caulk. Notice that the stairs, notice right here, been insulated as well with the foam. I'll probably get in, I'm kind of OCD, I get in there and kind of clean some of that trash out. But not right now. I don't want to be cleaning up too much, man, because it'll make these guys kind of uncomfortable in here. They feel like they're doing something wrong, and I don't want them to feel that way. So we come in here. It's actually starting to look like a house now. The rooms almost look a little bigger than they did prior to the sheet. Okay. Come on, brother. Come in here, I think everything looks good. Now, you got a light on that thing? That thing should light?
Yeah.
All right, good.
It's a brightness effect.
Oh, okay. All right, so if you go in here, you can see where you got the spray foam insulation. Now, here's the thing, guys. This spray foam is flammable. So anything that has an ignition here that can ignite and cause a fire, that creates a problem here because this stuff is highly flammable. Typically, what you want to do is you want to come through here, and there's a coat that you can put on this right here, and just put that coat on here to make it where it's not flammable. Now, I don't have anything flammable in this area. You come in here. As a matter of fact, the unit itself doesn't have an ignition. It's electric with the heat strip. But here's the catch, guys. What we can do is we can get with the city, not with the city, but Shelby County, and do what they call an affidavit between the builder and a homeowner. It says that there is an understanding that we are gonna, that this stuff is flammable and we can put it on the wall. That's to keep us from paying another $2,000 or $3,000 to have somebody come in here and respray this right here, this whole area, the entire attic area. The catch is we can't store anything in here. We're not supposed to be storing any anything in here. So you can't use it as a storage place, which, you know, we got a full basement downstairs. So we're gonna come on around. Let's see how this. I cringe when I see these right here things right here, man. This right here bothers me because these right here are used to protect the pipe and stuff. So there's a pipe in the wall. When the guy come in and put the baseboard in, you don't want his nails to shoot a hole in the pipe. So that's what these right here are put in there. And they're put, you remember we put one of these right here on the other,
yeah.
We close it up. I put that up there. But I cringe when I see these right here because what I feel like is somebody gonna hit a line in the wall. So I may have to go back and look at my company cam, which has all the pictures in it, find out where that pipe is, and put it back. So this all looks okay. All right, it may actually start to look like a house now. You can get the home feel. Like here, I'll probably put the niche on that wall right there, somewhere right there. I don't know. Maybe this don't need a niche. Maybe it need the little thing that sits out in the corner. You know. Got this right here. You know, I'll fix a look and see. I won't be able to see it. Okay. All right. I think we're done. Let me see. Once again, we got to put this back. Once we get all this kind of done, we'll put this back. Once you guys get done. Did you have any questions?
All good.
All right, man.